Hello friends, I am Devoshmita Chakrabarti and I am going to be the physics mentor of you for the day. And we are going to study a topic of physics today. But before starting the topic, let me tell you that why I am motivated to become a teacher. Actually, I am a teacher because teaching is my hobby and I wanted to be a teacher. Okay. And the second thing is that I love learning. I love learning and I love to make others learn. I love to help the other people to learn. And the last thing which I think is that teaching is a helping profession. Teaching is a very kind profession which plays a vital role in the success of a society. And it gives an instant satisfaction that whether any person is learning properly or not. So all these are the reasons. So now let us start the topic. So children, this is the topic of class 9. Okay, and physics is not a very tough subject. I am going to make you learn the gravitation. And physics is basically the study of the laws from the nature. And if you are going to pick up the examples around you, the subject will seems to be very easy. So the first example is children. Have you ever thought that why any object tends to fall downward in the downward direction? For example, this is an object, just I am throwing it from the top. Okay, so why it is coming? And for example, if I am throwing it in the upward direction, then also it is coming down in the downward direction. So have you ever thought that why it is coming in the downward direction? So Newton is the first scientist who discovered this, that every object tends to fall in the downward direction with a force, and that force is known as force of gravity or gravitational force. So this is the first basic law. Now next thing is Newton gave a law which is known as universal law of gravitation. And this law states that every other body, every two bodies tends to pull other body with a force. Okay. And that is known as force of gravity, and that force is basically exerted by the earth towards itself, and the force exerted between them is the attractive force, and that force of attraction is basically denoted by letter F, which is directly proportional to the product of any masses. For example, this is object A and this is object B. This is having m1 object mass and this is m2 mass. So that force will be directly proportional to the product of their masses, that is m1 m2, and will be inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. For example, there is a distance between these two objects. So the square, it will be inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. So I can write it as 1 by r square. This r is the distance between them. So if I mark it this as 2 and this as 1, and if I combine it, so this will be written as m1 m2 upon r square. And if I remove this proportionality sign, this will be f is equal to k m1 m2, or you can also replace it by g by r square. And this g is known as universal gravitational constant. This is known as universal gravitational constant. And if I want to find out the unit of this G, this can be written as force into r square upon m1 m2. So the SI unit will become Newton meter square upon m1 into m2 will be kg square. So the SI unit of G will become Newton meter square per kg square. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you and have a nice day.